today, August the 5th. Just want to say thank you all so very, very much. I know we got some very special people in the audience today. Hopefully we'll get a chance to hear everybody say what they need to say. So at this particular point, this meeting is now called over. And with that being said, is Pastor John Wood here? And since Pastor Wood is not here, Dr. Coleman, would you lead us in prayer? Yes.
Let's pray. Most gracious Father, we thank you for this assembly. We thank you, Lord God, for this meeting. We ask your blessings upon all that have gathered, all that have wanted to come but could not be here. Bless all the women, bless our aldermen, bless this mayor as they lead us and guide us to greater things here in Canton. Bless those presenters that we may present information that will govern and help our people. In Jesus' name we pray, and together we say amen.
Amen. Thank you, Dr. Coleman. And moving right along, we're going to go forward with the roll call. Alderman Rodriguez Brown. Alderman Rodriguez Brown. Alderwoman Dr. Shannon Whitehead.
Present.
Alderman Les Penn. Alderman Les Penn. Alderwoman Cynthia Allen. Alderwoman Janice Diamond. Alderwoman Janice Diamond. Alderwoman Monica Gilkey.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Alderman Lafayette Wells. So last night we had what we call a work session. At that particular point is when we have presentations. But on tonight we have some people who will be going into executive session for the presentation on tonight. Now I have an old agenda. Okay. So with our first presenter, Mr. Jeff Dillon.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to the board.
Come on.
On behalf of all the Chad White, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here. I understand we're here to discuss some of our audit issues or the delinquency thereof. And if you prefer, I can give you just a brief overview of where we seem to be standing now. The 2020 audit is still underway. That audit is soon to be outstanding 5 years. The engagement letter to conduct the audit was signed or dated February 17, 2023. That's the backstory to this. There's a little more I'll share with you in a moment. There's a code section 2135-31 that uses the word shall. And it says you shall submit an annual audit report. I didn't write the law. Auditor White didn't write the law, but we're charged with enforcing it. During COVID, those rules had to be relaxed. But COVID has since passed. And so we're finding municipalities in circumstances where they can't borrow funds. They can't get grants with delinquent audits, which is a jeopardy to the health, safety, and welfare of the constituents. So we move to a course of action. I'm the Director of Financial and Compliance Audit for the Auditor's Office. That's under my purview, along with a lot of other unpleasant things. We're not just picking on Canton. We've got other municipalities we're doing this with. It's brand new uncharted territory. So it's new for, I'm sure you, us, the State Tax Commissioner, now the Department of Revenue. But trying to get this 20 audit, the recurring theme from the auditor was we don't have all the information that we need. And I know there's probably been turnover and so forth.
Yeah.
The first notice that this was a problem that came from our office was dated 3/25/25, which is now several months ago. I understand there's been a change in the mayoral leadership, but the code doesn't allow for all that. So we're trying now to get this 20 engagement finished, but that leads us to some other issues I want to make you keenly aware of. We have since diverted approximately $371,000 from the city. Now, the catch to that is, that's what we have thought the audit fee will be, and that's with clean books. That's books ready to audit. If we don't have that, that number could, well. So we've got to get to there. Now, the backstory to it, just to make full disclosure, we had a brief meeting with the administration and the Mayor Pro Tem and your financial consultant. And on the 17th of July, we still didn't have all the bank statements and all the bank reconciliation. Now, I understand that they have since been delivered, but to go from March to July, it's hard to determine that that's substantial compliance. So it's not just okay, that's a random situation, all right? So I understand the city is very interested in getting with the program, but we also understand through that conversation that the records for 21 and subsequent are incomplete as well. So if we're looking at 2 to 2.5 years per year, we're talking about 12 years and never catching up. You know, if you never get one done a year, guess what happens every 9:30? Another one. So I don't want to see that, because the way the code reads, we have to estimate the fee, and then we put a 50% penalty on it. We don't want your money. I don't want to have to account for the money. I don't want the headache. Not that y'all are a headache, but the headaches that go with the process. So we would love to see you get in compliance. And so whatever questions I can answer, but you as the ones charged with government and leadership have to hold the people responsible for preparing those documents in a timely manner. And I do have concern for you. Each month you're basing your decisions off of financial statements that could not be complete. If they're incomplete to get an audit, what are you looking at? So I worry for your well-being as well. With that said, I want to thank you for your time. If you have questions, I'll be glad to answer them. Or if you want to catch me afterwards, that'll be fine as well. Mayor, thank you.
Very well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Goodwin.
Yes, sir. I'm here. Thank you.
All right.
Any questions for Mr. Goodwin? You ma'am?
I'm just trying to see, but with the 50% penalty, how does that 50% penalty work? Is that, assessed?
It's assessed when the audit fee is initially calculated, and then we tell the DOR to convert the audit fee plus that 50% penalty. Our office is currently looking if there's any statutory authority to refund if there's any left.
Right.
I can candidly tell you with the condition of these records, to get you current, I don't think we can finish the work for $371,000. So it's not going to be a money maker for us. We don't want the money. But it's a cost the city would bear either way. And so we want an equitable solution, if that makes sense.
Right.
It's just the way the code is written.
No, I understand that. With respect to, I think right now the city's like in a position where they hire a firm that at least want their obligation. So with respect to that, does that affect, what you're doing, does it affect any way the city selects or goes forward with the current contractor or a different one?
Well,
Does that affect it in any way?
We don't necessarily want to pick your auditor, but we would have to be a third party to the contract so that we could invoke payment from those funds.
Okay.
But the most important thing is we've got to have a good assessment of what condition the records are in, because we can hire accountants to do audits for days.
Mm-hmm.
They can't put the records together by the standard and still opine on them. So we've got to get the patient stabilized, and then we can do the treatment. But we got to get them stabilized. So that's where we are, and that's where the part gets expensive, because it's time consuming, it's laborious, and if you can do it internally or with a consultant working directly with you, that's going to save you
So we would need to do at least an amended contract or a new contract with a vendor or contractor, and maybe the state auditor's office a party, a third party.
To the audit, yes.
Okay.
And we can discuss the necessity for a consultant on the outside. And you know, what exacerbates this matter even further, council, is that, there's a shortage of CPA.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it's just a catch-22. Nobody thinks this field is exciting.
Now,
Pardon?
The chair would recognize the Outlet Board too.
we want first to just thank you all for being in partnership with us to help us kind of get past this hurdle. I know firsthand, being a superintendent, all school districts we're fighting for CPAs to finish audits, and we didn't have the luxury of having a shall in our clause, because we have to submit audits every year. So I just want to thank you all for being in partnership of holding us accountable to make sure that we get our audit and everything done, so that we can get everything done.
I appreciate that. Most of the time, folks don't like to see the audit.
Oh, no.
But
I love to see it.
Well, we're not here to be punitive. We want to see you be a success.
Absolutely.
It benefits everybody in the metro area, for every city to be a success.
Success.
Across the state. That's what we want.
Anybody else? Again, thank you, Mr. Wilson.
Yes,
Thank you, really appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much. Under Roman number 4, alphabet P, G.A. Carmichael.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I want to take this opportunity to thank you, Mayor, for allowing us this opportunity. To you, Alderwoman Whitehead, to you, Alderwoman Allen, Alderwoman Gilkey, as well as Alderman Wales, Mayor Pro Tem. We thank you again for this opportunity. G.A. Carmichael, as you know, is a federally qualified community health center where we provide comprehensive healthcare services. Not only comprehensive healthcare services, but also we have OBGYN, we have podiatrists, a dental department. Our pride and joy is our pharmacy. The reason I say that is because our pharmacy operates through what's called a 340B program, which is a federal program that allows anyone that is a patient of GA to receive low-cost medications, i.e., if someone has high blood pressure or diabetes medicine, say for instance insulin is $100, you get it at GA for about 10 to 15. So that's what the 340B program does, and it is a federal mandate and federal legislation for our centers. The reason that we're here today, Mr. Davis and I go to South Carolina every weekend because I ride to the neighborhood in Mississippi, but that's neither here nor there. We were coming through the airport when Mayor got elected, and Mr. Davis said, "That's the Mayor of Canton," and I ran down to catch him. I said, "Hey, congratulations. I was following your campaign, and G.A. Carmichael wants to help. We want to get on board with the city of Canton to provide or be a partner within the sphere of healthcare delivery." He agreed to the meeting, and when he agreed to the meeting, I came down and discussed a few things. So as I present this, and I will be brief in my presentation, I'm going to ask our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Yvette McLaurin, to present with you, as well as Ms. Donna Quello, and I need Mr. Josh Knott to stand with us as well. These are some of the key staff within our area, and if there are any clinical questions, Dr. McLaurin stands ready to answer that. Programmatic questions, Mr. Knox can answer, and workforce as well as marketing, because we also stated that we will partner with the city of Canton to help with marketing certain aspects of events and things, and that again is no cost to you because we're forging a partnership. And Ms. Quello is an awesome marketing agent. What we have here in the packet that you have, we want to be, first of all, a healthcare provider and a collaborative civic partner. The civic partner piece, to me, is most important because it's inclusive of the healthcare delivery piece, but it extends to the civic piece in terms of community events, those things that you're having that you may need our assistance on. We have a mobile medical unit, which we set up at events on the weekends. Mr. Knox and his staff are responsible for that mobile unit going out doing outreach. And during our outreach sessions, we provide array of healthcare services from a preventative management and tertiary standpoint. You see our team that is listed within the proposal. The part that I want to highlight is the fact that we want the city of Canton to be, we want to be the medical home for the city employees, okay? In other words, we want GA to be the provider of choice for the city employees, all city employees. That includes the fire department, that includes the police department, and whatever other departments that are under the sphere of the mayor's authority. So in being that medical home for the city employees, you see the ones that are listed that we can provide for you, as well as bullet point number 5, priority appointment scheduling for city employees. We know that you all are busy, and I am on page number 4. We know that you all are busy, so we can work out something that if a city employee needs to present and has an emergency or any kind of issue, we will prioritize, not neglecting the scheduled patients, but the way that we set up, we do have a provider that provides services for walk-ins. So under that priority scheduling, we can make sure that those city employees and their families get priority, because guess what? You may have to get back to work. You can't use the excuse that I got a doctor's excuse, I'm going home, because Dr. Lauren loves her license and I love not answering to the federal law. So we're going to treat you the way that you need to be treated and make sure that everything is in order. And bullet point number 5 talks about the ongoing care coordination. Again, I use the example. Some people have diabetes and hypertension, and that's called dual diagnosis.
Yes.
It's another name for it. Yeah, comorbidity. Yeah. So in that case, there may be certain things that need to be done a certain way, and we want to make sure that we're tracking that patient, tracking that family member, because we don't want you to have an episode where you're sick and have to present at the emergency room. Just a note about the emergency room. Make sure that we're reducing costs by coming to GA before going to an emergency room.
That's right.
Okay? Because you're driving up costs when you present at an emergency room, when you have an awesome healthcare facility with quality care that you can present and it may not even require an emergency room visit. And if it does, Dr. McLaurin can make sure that you get in that emergency room and get out based on her referral process. Why? City employees need to allow us to be their medical home. To you, Mr. Mayor, it may increase productivity of the city employees. It may cut down on absenteeism. It also, to us, creates a culture of wellness and respect. Because if you are a patient at GA, you're a member of our family, and we're going to make sure that we take good care of you and your family. As I stated, with the on-site mobile health care services, you have listed what we do, but we also, doing those types of events, do chronic condition support. We're looking at those hypertensive, looking at the diabetes, looking at those persons that may need preventative care, as well as tertiary care and management. But the part that I wanted to also get to lastly is the part related to workforce development, excellence, and public service training. We would love to partner with you all to help provide certain training topics through the assistance of Ms. Quell, myself, and others, Mr. Knox, and others that have experience in this area, as well as Mr. Davis and Ms. Brown, where we would actually, do some types of trainings focusing on communication skill enhancement. Okay? There's a certain way to talk to people. Okay? I'm very transparent. As some folks say, there's no filter. You can care more about being kind and nice than talking down to people. One of the things that we say at GA, everybody is somebody. No one shall be disrespected under this leadership. Because I, too, was a recipient of TennCare, which is the Medicaid program in Tennessee when I was a graduate student and my first child was born. So you can't tell me with those nice suits and that nice whatever you got, I walked in those shoes. So I want you to know that I have the lived experience of being a Medicaid recipient. So therefore, I carry with me that banner that says anyone that walks in GA, they need to be treated with respect. Getting back to what we can offer you, we need to learn how to communicate. When people come to the city for services, we need to be kind. We need to learn how to communicate. We also need to learn conflict resolution. Okay, we can provide that. We had an incident here recently, and I was on the frills of it, on the hem of it, where they were talking about how things were handled. And they may not have been handled as well as they could have been, but everybody, you know, falls short every now and then. But when you have a certain skill set and it is your foundation, you can build on it and stand on it. So we want to make sure that people have conflict resolution as well as that sense of being empathetic when empathy is needed. Because we never know what a person is going through when they present with whatever the issue is. Also, service excellence in the public sector. We want to make sure that we're promoting high standards of service, professionalism, and Dr. Whitehead said it earlier as she was talking to the accountant. We need to be accountable. Okay? So we need to learn what accountability is, what it looks like, what it feels like, so that we're not passing the buck and blaming someone else and embracing that thing, even if it's a mistake. But some people will learn more when you embrace your stuff and see that you're not perfect. And they will allow themselves to talk to you more so that you can help one another. So with that service excellence, with that accountability in public-facing roles, remember, we all are in the public. And we need to make sure that we're treating each other with dignity and respect. Lastly, and coming to my close, joint community initiatives. We offer you this. If there are health fairs, if the flea market, those types of events that you have here in the city of Canton, we would love to bring our home to you. Set it up, provide services. Never know when people are going to get sick. Never know when people don't know what they don't know about diabetes or don't know what they don't know about HIV. And let me have say a word for that. Mr. Joshua Knox has the Ryan White program under his purview. I will be the first one to brag that it is run so well and so respected. We have patients coming out of Memphis to GA Carmichael because they know that they will, one, get good quality service, two, and most importantly, they know that their business will not be insured. Okay? Under my administration, someone shared someone's status. I couldn't get them fast enough to fire them. Because guess what? That's a HIPAA violation. So you need to make sure that you understand the rules and regulations and legalities of the federal legislation and laws. The Ryan White program is under his purview. We're very excited about it. We want to make sure people get tested and make sure that they understand that HIV is not a death sentence. But we can make sure that those medications are provided, and when it comes to the cost of medications, through our 340B program, through the ADAP program in the state, we can make sure that those patients get those meds and they're affordable. And the branding piece. We want to be on everything you all are as a partner, as a collaborator. We want folks to know that GA is working in tandem, hand in hand, with our awesome mayor, with his alderwomen, with his aldermen, and we want to make sure that people know that when you're working together as a team, you're united, we're not wasting resources, you're actually saving resources. Because let us operate in our lane, you operate in your lane, and we can do this thing together to make Canton a better place. So it's my presentation. Thank you. Thank you. Do you want to have
Any questions?
You have a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor?
You may, go ahead.
I just want to say, guys, that I appreciate everything that GA Carmichael does for the city of Canton, for the community outreach, for reaching out to our students. I mean, they always have something going on at GA Carmichael to get our community involved and to bring in our community, our children, and our families man, that's appreciated. And to be able to say that you all want to partner with the city, one of the, areas of my focus when running for alderwoman was to ensure that we have a healthy community. And having you all as a base factor of, hey, you're our number one support when it comes to ensuring that our community is healthy, our community is knowledgeable about the resources that you all offer. I can't help but commend that action, and also even having you all a part of our school-based clinics without charging our school districts. That is commendable. That is a service that's not being offered everywhere. Outside of Canton, I haven't seen many services or community clinics inside of schools saying, hey, we're here to service y'all and really do a top-notch service. So again, thank you all.
Thank you. Make sure you pass it on to Ms. Whitehead.
Anyone else?
Thank you.
And we have one presentation that we were told we needed to.
Yeah, she's not, she came last night.
Her great orders were coming.
Well, we wanted to present her from GA Carmichael, Miss Mary Frances Mitchell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was last night, yeah.
So if someone can be in charge of making sure she gets it.
Okay. Well, with that being said, and Dr. Whitehead took up all my time. I was maybe she was in there one time. No. Maybe in the future,
Prophetic word.
But I just wanted to come down and say thank you all so very much. Getting an opportunity to meet you, Dr. Coleman, although we were in the airport, and it made me feel very special for somebody to know me in the airport. And even through this transition, it has been rewarding. I have to admit that to have a face of this nation, everybody knows his face. And nobody's had anything negative to say. The reception has been great. And with those types of reception, it gives you the ability to push and push even harder. I know that, and I've said this to Dr. Coleman, in the city of Canton, we're better than what they say we are.
That's right.
And I truly believe that. We're going to work together, we're going to fuss at each other together, but at the end, we're going to come together and do the dynamic things that this city needs done. So as we go forward, I want to take the opportunity again to say thank you all so very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come here. We know in the medical profession you're needed every minute of the day, but you took a couple of minutes out to come visit with us. So again, thank you all so very much. And if we could, let's get a photo with them. They got a photo with us and we went to their house. So they're in our house. Let's do that. And thank you all very much.
Come on, Ms. Davis.
Okay.
That's your house.
All right. Okay.
So there's short people that figure out where we're gonna be.
So then make sure you get on the front page of the, and you. I'm gonna appear in. Where's Monica Gilkey?
Right here.
It's Gilkey. Okay, all right. She's so short, I didn't know. Thank you so much.
We're gonna leave y'all in your business.
5, approval of claims, contractual claims docket. Of course, we got the information on last night, and we're ready to move forward or do we need more time?
We're ready, have on readings here, but,
Okay, for point bill, we entertain a motion regarding, room number 5.
Motion, him.
I second with on readings.
There's a motion and it's been second. What is your unreadiness, Lady Gill?
My unreadiness is to see if we can get a correct.
You can't alter it, so you just have to forward it out and redo it. You can't alter the claims doc, the system won't allow it.
Okay.
So the board that we discussed with, it has to be boarded, just put it on a separate.
So how to
So you would just approve it with.
approve a declaration? Gotcha, that's on my readiness.
Is your unreadiness complete?
Yes.
So therefore, we're ready to vote on room number 5 concerning the claims docket.
Yes.
What say you?
Yeah, motion second, right?
I'm sorry, I
I
thought it
already have
was
a
a second.
Yeah, motion, by Ian second, Alderman Gibson, unread.
Oh, I thought you were.
Yes, she was out, unread.
Okay, so, room number 5 is the motion and properly second. Are you ready to vote?
Ready?
I'm ready, I need some papers, I'm sorry.
You need one now?
Do we need to rescind that because we do have a correction, or do we just, because we have correction on the claims out? We have a correction that needs to be made on claims out, but we'll have to, we word our motion, my understanding, right? Yeah, with the exception of, yeah,
First, I need to withdraw my motion,
yeah.
and then whatever we're,
Approve it was the correction to.
The mayor's share.
so I made the motion to approve room number 5 with the, correction to the mayor's travel reimbursement.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
Is the motion and properly second? Are you ready to vote?
Ready?
All in favor?
Gary, aye. Al, aye.
Well,
Shannon, nay.
P and I.
Brown eye.
Please, turn it down on the phone.
Yes, well, I'm sorry.
Is Ms. Diamond on the phone?
She's right there.
All right, there's a motion on the floor for room number 5. All the way down. Have you had an opportunity to read the claims docket? Is the motion properly second and has been voted on? All, and the motion is in favor of Roman number 5, therefore motion carries. Roman number 6, Dr. Anderson.
Approval of July 15, 2025 regular meeting minutes. The minutes were emailed and might also be read.
Are there any discussions prior to requesting a motion for this particular Roman number? And if not, the mayor will entertain a motion regarding Roman number 6.
Now, motion that we, approve, Roman number 6 as read and written.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
P and second.
There's a motion and properly second. Are you ready to vote? And if so, what is your vote regarding Roman number 6?
P and I.
Wells eye. Brown eye.
Gary, aye. Al, aye. Dal, aye.
Whitehead, aye.
The vote is majority, therefore, motion carries. Roman number 7,
Authorize payment of $27,893.75 at Clinical Construction Group from the Modernization Fund funds for the South Madison Street project.
are there any discussions regarding Roman number 7? Therefore, the mayor will entertain a motion regarding Roman number 7.
I so move. Second.
It's been motioned and properly second. Are you ready to vote? And if so, how does the board vote?
Give me aye.
Al now.
Well,
Why did I?
Down now.
Yeah.
Opposed to the majority, therefore the motion carries. Roman number 8.
Roman number 8, consideration of fleet third eye camera policy. It's in the attorney section of your, that you've got today.
Okay.
It's, if y'all recall yesterday, sorry, Mayor, you know that?
Thank you, ma'am.
If you recall yesterday, I asked that we could come back in executive session and come back and follow the policy. It's a personnel.
the next two.
For those two,
Right.
Okay.
number 8 and 9.
8 and 9.
8 and 9.
Okay. All right, so moving right on to Roman number 10.
Consideration of approval of usage agreement with the city of Canton and the Girl in the River movie.
Are there any discussions regarding Roman number 10? And I hope there are, because I like
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Final motion, clear.
Well, before I burn cut me off, I'd love to hear what you all,
You gotta get a motion in the second.
Yeah.
well, not with the discussion though. It's just a discussion.
I haven't read it.
Oh, this, I never called for a motion. Yeah, and I was just asking for the discussion before the motion was taken, if we could do that.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I just, I haven't read this.
Yeah, and I guess what I'm trying to portray is the concept that we're excited about everything that comes to the city of Canton, especially if it's gonna shed a positive light. But if there's no discussion at this particular point, the mayor will now entertain a motion regarding.
I have a statement too, man.
Okay,
Yeah, too, yeah.
okay,
I'll get it all on first.
all right, I'll let.
My question was, are we gonna contact those business owners? Cause some of those people park on that parking lot.
I think tourism is gonna take care of all of the fundamental things that's going forward. And let me put it this way. In past situations regarding movies, they set up all of the infrastructure going forward. The city of Canton, I think I've been here for a couple of movies, we've had nothing to do no more than representation and maybe some security measures. And that's been it. So I'm thinking the same formality will go forward.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Cause, I don't want that problems of seeing we like their ability to.
Well, and I think they made some type of agreement with the businesses over there by Shelby Smith, was that the bank, Reasons Bank, and all those, because I think this is what they're gonna.
Stage here,
Right.
stage here, there,
Right.
campus and stuff. Okay, that's up boundary.
Yes, sir, ma'am. My thought is, Attorney Banks has in this proposal, this usage agreement.
Yes.
The thing that says fees for, use of real property, we don't know what those fees are normally per day, and it also has a section that says deposit, that's still blank, and also what all the one bill says, I think it should be out of one.
Hold on, okay, we got a sidebar going on over here, and Alderman Wells has the floor at this particular point.
In addition to, as all the one bill said, I think we need to make sure that the businesses are those that will be affected in those areas that the city do its due diligence to make sure that these things have already been communicated. Though, if it's not communicated, it's gonna fall back on us. You know, to the businesses, that, you know, they're expecting to use these areas, for this length of time, you know, as parking and other things. But I'd like to know what the blanks would be filled in.
The blanks are, whatever, I mean, you all see it. I mean, the last one I looked at that we did was Worry Dolls, it was years ago, where they utilized city property for staging and setup. And I think it was maybe $100 a day or $50 a day. I did send this to Mrs. Morgan as well this morning, so she had it too. That's like the standard practice we haven't only done one recently with location fees, we're just actually setting up for a stage down period of time. But you know, we can't do it, we can't donate, and that would be a donation, so you need to charge some kind of nominal fee, just like you do for traffic cones and other things you do with use agreements. For like walks and runs, sometimes you do the in-kind donation, but I don't think this requires an in-kind donation, so I would just do some kind of nominal amount. Whatever you want to be. But it was just done yesterday, so you know, couldn't get a dollar amount, and I didn't have that contact information for production company, but I did talk to the store today and send her contact, and I haven't heard anything from her, so.
Mr. Mayor,
Yeah, the mayor will recognize the young lady from North Side.
is there any way that the attorney can give us her information before the day goes?
I just got to get it back.
Okay.
I just got
You give it to me the day it goes.
I
I
understand.
don't have time to actually go through it and read.
We always have this, it works it. So,
It was not in your package.
so we just got
Yesterday.
yesterday.
Okay,
So we haven't had a chance to read?
yesterday.
No, it's that today.
Yeah, it was mentioned yesterday at the work session, I was for in the production.
You not hear what she's saying?
It was mentioned
Yes,
yesterday.
wrong, yes,
It's just
wrong
like
word
a package
yesterday.
Yeah.
But
So
I
that-
had to grab it.
Anything else?
Hear me out?
You may, the mayor will recognize the young lady from North Floor.
Yeah, you got it right there.
Got it right?
All right, I agree with Alderman Wells, I agree with Alderwoman Gilkey. I think that is it possible for the, Canton Tourism Bureau to give us a list of the cities that they have communicated with and the dates? The reason why I'm asking that, because if people come back to the board and they say, well, I didn't hear it, but I have the documented page, I think we need to get into the habit of having that documentation. Also for, Attorney Banks, because I'm certain she want that too, we need to know when they communicate that, so we don't become, roadkill, related to, that might be affected because of the activity in the city. That's just a suggestion from me. Can she just give us a date that we talked to them this date and who, so we can have that as a part of our records? My readiness is resolved. I give my time.
So with Roman number 10, are we gonna, table it, go forward, or what?
You can bring it back and have a special call meeting, because I think they're starting to how do you say? What on you?
Something you say starts on the state.
August 11th, I think is their first setup. Yeah, August 11th through the 29th.
Yeah, starting, yeah,
Yep.
obviously that.
So therefore, the big,
Yeah, so I'll make the motion with approve item 10.
Put a dollar amount that out of here,
What?
a dollar amount for staging.
You got a number, Wells?
Turning to about $100 a day.
Okay.
You know, she
It's
did.
for 18 days,
For
for
18 days.
18 whole days, so I'm thinking a regular nominal amount for 18 days.
Okay.
Per day.
I'm good.
therefore, there's a motion on the table
$100.
for Roman number 10, is a second.
Second.
With the motion and properly second, are you ready to vote?
Yeah, I have unreadness.
I will entertain the readiness of the Alderman board.
I wanted to ask the chief, you know, we spoke briefly afterwards about you all providing the services for them. And I know you said they was gonna be here for a number amount of days, and they only got you all for how many days? Get your school,
That's right.
Get the student children.
We don't talk to you.
They only had us for one day right now. I spoke with them just before I came over. And the big day, they're gonna use Center Street and, Union Street. That's the day they're gonna use 4 of our offices. And it's gonna be, and all day things will be from 8 at morning to 8 at night. I just spoke with them 3 years ago. And they're talking about using us another day in a separate area behind the old, look at the Justice Court there. Because they're gonna shoot a scene right on the street there. They got to get with, the young lady that owned the place behind Justice Court. They gotta have a conversation with her because they want her to move her car, they want to put another car there. And they want to see how the traffic will be coming in and out of that place. And they're gonna use us for that. And I also asked the same question as Alderwoman Gill, you just spoke about the merchants on Center Street, because you got, the Chancery Building, you got Tower on, and people be coming, and the barricade would come all the way up, where people would be able to park, or you could just make a U-turn. Because their main setup place would be, the old liquor place, there's gonna be 100 black men there. That's where they're gonna have breakfast and all that, and meet there, that's where they're gonna be at. So they're supposed to go and talk with people on Center Street, because I asked that same question before I got here, about, the business, people coming by and saying, taking care of the property and all that. So, you're gonna use those 2 days, I know.
Okay, I just want to know, did you have a chance to reach out to them?
I did, I reached out to them just before I got here, I met them at 4 o'clock.
Okay, so you good with what's,
Yes.
everything?
Because the other time they're gonna be in the cemetery, they're gonna need us.
Okay, that's what I was saying. If they're gonna be in the city, I wouldn't want someone else to come in and make money, and they're gonna be using locations in the city.
They're gonna use the cemetery, they're gonna use, the most of the shooting of the movie will be over the mixtape.
Okay, that's all.
I agree.
Mayor, if I may.
Is you, I'm ready to start?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me recognize all the ladies from Ward 6.
There is something on this agreement that says August 7th. On page 2 of that. I remember there says something about August 7th.
Oh, that's me.
That's only 2 days
Yeah, that's
from
me.
now.
I'm sorry.
The printout they gave out yesterday, they spoke on what day they're being came.
It has 11 on there, so that's an error, it should be a policy letter. Because on the email it has August 11. Bill has August 11.
Okay. Well, the use of the city parking lot, on which she says, use of city parking lot, August 7th through the 29th.
Yeah, that's what staging.
Okay,
That's what
same.
we're doing.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
That's around the east side of the square.
That's what,
okay, all right,
Now, the sheriff,
Yes,
that's
I follow up. Yeah.
okay, okay.
they want to come and drop those stars right.
Gotcha, okay. Let's start, yeah, you said something like start, right?
Right.
Okay. Thank you, Rich.
Y'all ready to remedy?
Yes.
Students, you better keep that student.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, are we ready to vote? And if so, what's your vote?
Gilkey, aye.
Brian,
Well,
Down, aye.
Whitehead,
And,
Vote is unanimous, therefore the motion carries. Roman number 11,
Consideration to amend fireworks ordinance section 27-176, igniting and discharge fireworks. And this, details are in the attorney section of the code.
I would ask if there's a discussion regarding Roman number 11, but I think it's confusing at this point, because I know we're, to some degree, focused on just the unreadiness, so I'll skip the discussion part, and I guess the discussion can be within the unreadiness, if there is one, after the second is made. Therefore, the mayor will entertain a motion regarding Roman number 11.
so,
Second.
Is the motion properly second? Are there any unreadiness? Since there are none, are you ready to vote? And if so, what is your vote?
Brian,
Whitehead,
well,
Down, aye.
and,
The vote is unanimous, that's for, I thought I'd get the vote first, I'm sorry.
I had a hand raised to ask a question, but.
You asked the question, or you have not read it. That's why I was trying to get
Yeah,
clear. discussing it before we got to the, second and unready.
Yeah, cause the first.
Cause every time you throw your hand up and look you down,
Oh, I'm sorry.
you're good.
I'm gonna vote nay because it's,
Can I tell my reason why?
Yes.
it says that except as provided in this article, this manufacture, sale, possession, or use of fireworks in this municipality is prohibited. So are we not allowing people to have fireworks, or are we saying they're gonna be? My mind just went straight to it.
No, I don't think it's, we're not picking out fireworks.
It's just, you said a certain time.
The manufacturing, sale, possession, or use of fireworks in this municipality is prohibited.
We read about
22-171.
Oh, that's already a part of the ordinance. So the green is already the ordinance that the city had on community code. The blue is the section that I thought that I was trying to address that was brought up yesterday, and I got that from a local municipality sending it to our city's eyes. But that part is already in that's already in the city ordinance. So we need to amend that, we can do that too, and I think they can just set the new section 126, I can but that's already part of the city's ordinance already.
So they should not be, okay, so we're gonna add the amended
Add
part
the
to
new
specify
part.
new part. Yeah.
So that is carried.
Okay, got it. Yeah, but, like I said, I'm not in the wraparound, anything but prohibited. Okay, all right.
We need to know this is legal for all this time.
Where, when she just, you know, yeah. Okay, that settles my already.
That thing probably 20, 30 years old.
Your discussion's up, okay. All right, the motion probably second, all ladies are satisfied, are you ready to vote?
I think she voted.
I just.
Oh, you did vote. Oh, you did.
Everybody had
Did you?
voted, but, I did.
You rescinded your vote?
I told the clerk,
She
Oh,
voted.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's unanimous.
That's for the unanimous, that's for the vote is unanimous, motion carried. On number 12, you say unanimous.
Unanimous.
This is something.
It's on number 12.
Consideration to request for proposal of grass cutting beautification. The proposal is also in the attorney section of.
Man,
You may.
I would suggest that we would at least give an appraisal, a proposal from USA Loans and see what they say.
Okay.
That would be, I have to motion the name to get a proposal from them.
So as far as this particular, item number, should we go forward with a vote or get the proposal from this particular identified, lawn cutting service? So,
I would say, I would make a motion to get it from USA Loans. And then we can go from there.
okay.
Now, a motion to go ahead and get a proposal from USA Loans. That would be my motion.
That's who you identifying?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Therefore, there's a motion on the table for Roman number 12. Is there a second?
You close my discussion there?
No. I'm sorry.
May I?
Yes.
I was, with USA Loans, so do we need more than one? Or is it a service attorney where we
It's
just?
a service.
Okay, so we don't have to have a competing bid.
So since it's gonna be more than $5,000?
I don't know how.
That's it.
We don't know.
It's a
It's gonna be
service.
more than 5,000, that's why I
It's a service
really.
agreement. Now, y'all know we've done this before now.
That's what I'm asking.
Before. And we did get a proposal in, and nobody's, was it in the 2024, beginning of 2025? And nobody really take the proposal into consideration, so we do have an outstanding proposal out there.
And you don't recall who that was with?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You by
But
chance?
the clerk had that information, I don't recall. You think it was right here?
Yeah,
The man
it was
Like Alderman Penn said, being that it's gonna be over 5,000, how should we proceed?
Well, it's a service agreement.
So, it's
We
still
have to,
ours.
you do have a proposal out there already.
another one, then kind of say we already got two.
If you want to, you don't have to.
Okay.
Oh, what's up, Ian?
I believe one of the last ones was from McCullough's case, who was on Highway 51. It's whenever they were moving their facility in Canton, we had them give us a bid. But I don't know if we still have that bid or not. But that was my, before all the ground, that's what I say, is do we need a second bid, with it being the amount of money it's going to be over $5,000?
Yes.
But you don't have to.
You already got it, and with those, you don't want to do that, because you're not obligated to do anything right now.
You don't have a vote.
That's all I want to make sure, because I know we had an issue before with services, and I want to make sure we don't do that again, because we got in trouble.
Okay.
You can actually determine all three of them, we got all three of them.
Okay, I go, that's your motion already?
Yeah, that's our motion.
I see.
At this particular point, the mayor will acknowledge, Parks and Rec, Director, Mr. Allen
You got a
Davis.
motion and a second on the board.
I understand, yeah. We didn't have a motion second,
Right?
I say.
okay, so we discuss.
No, he second.
Okay,
Yeah,
She got it ready.
I have my reasons. Mr. Evans had his, to make a statement.
Nah, you're gonna lose,
Okay.
I'm gonna lose a motion and gonna let him talk, but you got a motion still going.
let me go forward with the
But I'm
motion.
just gonna ask you already.
Okay. Oh, you doing
I'm
all
gonna
right?
ask it for Mr. Davis, because he been there.
He's been motion to say,
Okay.
now she got it.
In the process of, on this scope of cutting grass, I need to look at the, because there's some, language in there that I need to probably look at to make sure the area, how many acres, how many square feet, what's the, process, because I never looked at the agreement. I never seen it also. I never saw that, so I want to be able to look at it, and then, because we have to have the insurance, and, there's gonna be some other companies probably bid on it also, if you put it out there. But I know it's gonna take the equipment, a list of equipment, reference, and also liability insurance, so. Just whenever I can get a chance to look at that also too, I just want to, if we're gonna have someone looking over to make sure, I know the attorney gonna look over, I just want to make sure.
Oh, that's the landscape.
Landscape, what's gonna determine if they're doing a good job, I know, alright?
I think, yeah, we gonna get your input on
Okay.
it.
Well, let me ask you something for you. I heard you say release of equipment, this is gonna be separate.
No, they,
You said
no,
list.
Oh, this, I understand lease,
because
okay.
I know we have put out before, a person said they can do this in a scope of work,
And
and
then
then you have the equipment, so
you want to
sometimes.
know if they capable of
Capable of doing
the
a
job.
job,
right.
Because if they gonna take over the whole city, you can't get out there with a push one.
Okay.
Down on the bid.
Yeah.
Right.
To get
Too
the
much-
job.
too
Yeah,
much work.
yeah.
Okay.
You wanna make sure. we're-
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't understand.
List of it.
List, okay.
Yes, I apologize.
No problem.
You know, we got the thick tongue, thick neck. We country, so.
Anything else?
No, sir, that's it.
I just asked him to say, because I need to do something once we vote.
I'm sorry.
I need to do something once we vote.
Okay, absolutely. Is that it, Mr. Secretary?
Yes, I was actually saying like to stop.
I asked him to stay because I needed to do something after
After we
we vote.
vote. She said her readiness is a resolve.
Okay, I'm asking Mr. Davis, he got it there.
Oh, no, sir.
Okay, all right.
She asked him to stay.
She asked me to stay here, she told
Oh,
me.
you asking him to stay? Oh, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
remember
I didn't hear you, I'm sorry. It's kind of hard to hear.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I apologize.
See, when you get up high, that's how it is for
I-
us.
I'm already apologizing, Dr. Trudy.
You already sitting up high in there, I'm sorry, folks. I get
All
it.
right.
I can get it.
Your vote has been properly seconded. Are you ready to vote?
Ready?
We ready.
All right, what's that, Edie?
Brown eye. Brown eye.
Alan, I,
Well,
Donna,
Whitehead, aye.
yeah, Mayor Conway.
Did Alderman Pino?
Been waiting
Look.
on this.
I'm just in shock to get this far.
All right, the vote is unanimous, therefore the motion carries.
I'm not gonna leave.
Mayor Conway.
You may.
I wanted to, let me stand up and say this. I wanted to say to you, I want to apologize to you
Yes, ma'am.
for how we've gotten on you about grass cutting. That was not your job.
That's something we asked you to help with.
Yes, ma'am.
You took the lead on it. You've done a good job. And I don't ever want you or anybody else to think that we don't appreciate you and value you, and it's wrong when we antagonize a person that's doing all they can to help get another problem, a solution to a problem that wasn't your problem. You were and are an asset to the city. We thank you for what you're doing. And I just felt, I called the mayor this morning and I told him, I said, I feel convicted. And I knew I owed you an apology for how, I can imagine how we made you feel yesterday. I wouldn't want it done to me, and I promise it is never my intention to make anybody feel a certain way.
Well, apologies accepted, don't make me cry up here.
I don't want you to cry, but I just want you to know I am genuinely sorry for how, sometimes we can be a little different. I know we can. But it was not intentional, and I really do appreciate the hard work that you do.
Well, I know you guys have given me consistent y'all work to try to get some things done, and all my thing was that the humidity out there with my guys, and lack of equipment, and type of chemical spraying. And my job, as I said several years ago, is to keep the people off y'all back. So I would definitely give you that 100%. I accept your apology, hey man, but I know you guys got a lot on you. Bottom line, it's a hard job being in y'all seat. I promise y'all doing it. So apology accepted. Mayor Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I want off the mouth.
Hold on,
Oh, yes, you can.
Hold on a second.
It's still on the floor.
Hold on a
It's
second.
still on the floor, man.
Allow the mayor to recognize you all the way.
Yes, sir. I'm
Okay?
so sorry.
So you're saying it's still on the floor. Allow me that opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I've known you for years, and I've seen a lot of the hard work that you do here in Canton. You do a great job. I mean, you even work with my own children and everything. So, if I upset you, I hope I did, but I think I did.
Hey, I'm just like a dove in the pond, water on my back. I still came to work today, though.
Yeah, and that was not my intention. That was not my intention. As you said earlier, it's about the constituents and trying to make sure they feel safe in their surroundings. It was nothing against you because I know you work hard and I know you do a good job for the city.
Because my guy, I promise you, man, I put my guys up against USA Lawn, but if I had the equipment, but due to the fact we do not, and we're gonna make the best of what we have, and we're gonna move forward. We're gonna, we're a family now.
Yes,
If you
sir.
talk about Canton, you talk about yourself.
And look, 100%.
That's right.
You've done more than the best.
Yes.
Than what you had. You've done a lot better than you should have been able to do.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, you guys, hey, we might get to keep him for another 10 years, man. He's going home in the fall, I'm gonna tell y'all. So you might give him another 10 years, man.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a safe night.
Thank you very much.
I need to be my agent, man. You're gonna raise it something.
Hey, come back a little later.
I ain't got to come back. Y'all know what to do. Like last week, isn't it?
I just come back when the camera call.
They have really.
All right, is that it?
Yes, that's
Anybody
all.
else?
That's all.
All right, it's in, so we'll move right on to phone number 13.
Consideration of CMU commissioner appointment.
Man,
You may.
that item was, placed on the agenda because we knew we have a vacancy, at this point. Just want to ask our colleagues if they have names and, resumes, let's get them to, Clerk Anderson, so at some point we can go ahead and look at them and vet those, individuals.
By what name?
I'm thinking, his term ended and, I think they need to check.
And the position is, if I may, the position is actually vacated at this point because he's turned in his resignation. I think he's also moved away. So at this particular point, the position is open, no holdovers. and, we can move forward when the Board of Aldermen, present their names to the clerk as to who they may desire on this particular position.
That's what I like to put that.
So no action needed.
No action, you just
No
want
action.
to fix the names to the clerk. And she can disseminate and we all see the same thing.
Okay? Roman number 14,
Authorizing approve changes to the Unified Development Code for the city. Canton. That was the Bible to our head in the book summary sheet that you received.
Mayor, may I ask a question?
the mayor will recognize the Alderman from Ward 1.
I know we, was planning to do something in code and enforcement. Should we get this stuff and sit down with this individual and see if we have everything that's needed and is sticking to what we actually want and desire in this code? Because I think it'll be a great help in helping us to understand
Absolutely.
what's needed in it and what's missing, if there's anything missing or.
I agree with you
what
100%,
needs to be added.
yes.
So if we can just hold off and to talk with him and get his input to see if it's what it is. Cause I know we haven't really looked at it and digested and understood it. And I don't want us to have to just make a rash decision at this moment. If we can just take it.
No action, table.
Should we table it, Attorney?
Can.
I make a motion that we table it.
This has been motion and properly second to table. How do you vote?
Allen, aye.
Whatever.
All in favor?
That's,
Hey, come on with me today. You got your grant. You ain't excited? We been trying to put it on. You ain't gonna let it fall this time.
The vote is unanimous, motion carried. Roman number 15,
Approve payment of $223,252.14 to RC Services for Canton drainage improvements phase 1 for the work period April 1st through 2025 through June 30th to be paid for the NCWI funds.
Alderman Brown, if I may ask, are there any discussions regarding Roman number 15?
Yes, sir. If I may.
Okay?
Just want to understand, do we have all our documentations in order for as what's needed for closing out, making sure all the punch lists, things of that nature has been, presented and given? Because like I said, we still, until a lot of stuff is closed out from there, we still liable for damages and anything else until we can get all of that. So if that is all in place, then I wouldn't have any other issue. Just to make sure that we got everything, so we paid, because we had issues with Park and Barfield where we had to come back, do some things, because what we did wasn't correct in the beginning. We had to change it to correct it. So I want to make sure before we make large payments like this, our souls are satisfied. It's a big ticket to just pay and we don't get exactly what we want.
Dr. Anderson, we good in this area?
I think we may need
Mr. Clark is back there.
to speak.
I'm sorry?
Mr. Gary Clark.
Here, okay.
If he just shed light on.
We should also look at the forum about the MCI, monitors there.
Yeah, because it was.
Yes, question.
So I'll address your concern first. We did a final project walkthrough with the contractor. Mr. Garrett was with us as well, and we went through a punch list item. And the only thing that was included on that punch list was sod. They place sod, and unless the rain comes there soon after, that sod doesn't take. But they are responsible if that doesn't grow. The contractor has a 1-year warranty where if anything occurs on site, that was due to faultiness of the actual project itself, the contractor would be responsible to come back and address that, even after the project's closed out. But the closed out documents are all included in what I handed out yesterday.
Okay.
As part of that final pay application. And so that should be it.
Site manager, you good with the site?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay?
Thank
Your staff will approve?
And North Water Bank.
Attorney Banks, did you?
The only thing I see is that, do we have like a specific form that we releasing from liability, the contract RMC services?
I think just once you approve that closeout document, that releases your.
Well, then I would put some language in there in your motion that you're accepting and you're releasing them from liability, further liability.
You want to say all this, I can't remember.
You would need to put in your motion that you're releasing RNC services from all further liability. Because the city now is taking over this project, it needs to distribute that to cities here, cities custody, cities control. So if it's okay and done up to par, then you need to take and release it from liability.
We're good. You have a couple more there.
Okay.
Mr. Clark is gonna look at the portal to see where we stood with NGWI.
So those monies are available. I apologize, I wasn't able to get with our engineer today, he's out of the office.
Okay.
Who handles the portal, but has that access.
Okay.
But as soon as he returns, we'll be able to get in there. And like I said, I think the only pending item would be to show proof of payment to the contractor, and then they'll accept that reimbursement and reimburse the city for it.
Is it any way that our clerk can have access, or are we allowed to have access?
Yeah, I think the city has access now. Who has it, I don't know. The only way we can get access is through the city, so.
Is it anyone that could,
Okay, so.
I don't even have access to it, so I have to get them and see.
Ms. Evans has access, it's okay to get access, but my question is, we have a couple of projects that we need to go back and.
And we pay
A
up.
couple of pay requests, yeah. So even from the very first payment you make to the contractor, as long as you have proof of payments to that, they'll reimburse you for the entire project. That's under contract.
so we made the payments, you saying?
So we paid, but we haven't been.
Drawing.
Because we haven't put it in.
Right.
That's the issue. We gotta put it in order to get it back.
That's right.
If we never put it in, we'll never get it
I
back.
think this is the third payment.
So if Ms. Angels got access, can she get you the access to put in those receipts? Cause I mean, if she can put it in,
Somebody will have to put it in.
could we
I
get our
don't know,
money?
here,
That's a lot of money.
come tomorrow or Thursday, we can give Dr. Anderson as well. She can
Please.
send us that proof and we can upload it.
For all of them,
Tomorrow.
for all, for everyone.
So you just would need a copy of the check.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have a question, ma'am.
You right now, already.
This includes the mystery.
This includes industries, this closes out the project.
Okay.
Are you ready to do that, or are you ready, you want to talk about the text?
I think we just, yeah, can we come back
We
to
can do
this?
that, because it might need to be some discussion, but based on what you brought up yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of concerned about the statement closed out. Close out means shut down through finish.
So they're done with the project.
I got you.
The construction is complete, so this just.
But this is the thing you had the issue with the dirt, right?
Yeah.
Part of it.
Okay, that's why I was trying to
Yeah,
remember.
so we need,
Okay,
we
gotcha.
we
I
have
didn't know
a
this.
decision item about that part,
specific
a
thing.
part of it. So before we approve
To pay, that's why I'm asking
see
this
that
question,
issue
yeah,
settled
okay.
first.
That's why I want to know is where we don't want to have, say it's closed out, then you still have this issue, then they can't come back and fix it. 'cause
Right.
We just said it's over with.
We some of that.
That's why I wanted to ask them that question and make
Yeah.
sure we
Yes.
good.
So regarding,
We may have to hold off on this.
In your document, you said it's still responsible for a year. Is that written anywhere?
Yes, so this is the contract with the city, between the city and the contractor.
Okay, so if we close it
Well,
out,
we close it out. We got.
we got a warrant.
There's a year-long warranty.
Right.
Okay.
Now, for the dirt situation, I don't know if that is covered under warranty, but
So they not, okay, we gonna.
Like we said.
But we gotta go. She said, she said,
You know, it's still incumbent on us to pay them.
yeah,
And like I said, they're tied to them for a year.
I think there is an item, I'm not sure what number it is, where the city approved across their minutes to close out documents for all four projects. So you could go ahead and approve item 15, I think, overall,
Yes.
Right.
to pay the contractor, and then the item down below, you can table if you have to, or.
at one time.
Yeah, because if her item is all kind of related, and I would hate to have an issue and you not bring it up. Cause you can go ahead in the open session and approve it.
Yeah, we can.
Or you can approve it in executive session, because we brought it, I don't want to did bring it up yesterday.
Okay.
So you can still approve it. I'm not saying don't approve it, but I think you should.
So what says the board regarding the following of gift thing?
Mayor,
You recommend?
I have a motion that we would, discuss this in executive session, and come out of the executive session, and,
So no action taken on moment number
not
15?
at this moment,
Okay.
until after the executive session.
All right, we'll move right on.
Would you like to make a stay?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
yeah,
We want
Yeah.
to.
It's got to work out.
All right, moment number 16.
Reimburse Billy Gary with $85.56 for the emergency purchase made over the weekend, for landfill. And the receipts were in your landfill section of your code.
We got discuss it.
Yeah, are there any discussions regarding 15, 16?
Yes, sir.
Go.
You
Go,
Gary,
go.
could you step forward? Could you, stick to this $85?
Yes,
We pay you a lot of money, you want the $85? We are very upset.
we have a lot of items,
Very upset, you want the $85.
We've been having to do this thing.
But what is it for though?
Like, we have some cords that hook to our computers, for our scales, and we had,
hold on, there is a sidebar going on to my right and you also have. Okay.
we had lightning strikes, and we don't have any suppliers in town. We can go get this equipment, just a small cord that connects. We lost our scales, we spent like $31, but the vendors that came to fix scales couldn't go back to Best Buy and get those particular parts. So I went down and picked those up, because we don't have an account with Best Buy or credit card with them.
Okay.
We need, yes.
Mayor,
You may, full recognize the law,
so this happened twice,
It did,
so why did you buy the same thing twice?
because it happened to the same
So
scale.
it's a one-time thing, you only use it once?
No, we had
Lightning strike.
we had two computers.
So you
I
got
lost-
two different, you got the same adapter twice on two different
Yes,
places?
on two different days, yes.
So I'm saying, did the adapter that you bought on June the 11th not still work on July 26th?
We had a second light on June 11th, yes.
So the adapter stopped working? Actually got four adapters.
Yeah, for that, both computers each time were shut down because of lightning strikes.
The lightning striking, I'm not getting, because the adapter, did it damage the adapter that
Yes.
you previously bought?
Yes.
That's my question. Okay. Okay,
Anything else?
that's all for me.
Alderman, Wells?
Yes, sir, not, just much of a discussion, but he's talking about a surge protector, that's what you're referring
No,
to.
these are actually,
Cords?
these are actually cords. That's a cord that go into the computer.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. We had backup in surge protectors. So we used our backup, but this particular part, according to Mitchell scales, we had to have those two parts here.
Okay, I did, he's plugged in to run the scale.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
So had you not purchased these items for the scales, is that estimated amount of money you think we may have lost at that?
For that 4 hours, we probably lost $50,000.
You need about two more, about two more,
Yeah.
Yeah, if I may.
Ma'am?
If you could you ask us, could you have an open PO just in case of things like this happen? No, we can have, the open PO can have a small amount on it, that, and just in case the emergency happens, you're able to run down, and then we're not reimbursing you, but you'll be able to bring in, hey, it was a, whatever happened, we had lightning strikes, we had $1,000 PO, we used $87 this particular month. That would be better beneficial than us reimbursing him every time. And then also, we don't have to worry about, personal money co-mingling with city money.
Who had the,
Got two more choices.
that was you? Okay.
Have you all tried using a surge protector?
It's surge, we have surge protector on everything. This cord hooks.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying sometimes surge protector can kind of absorb yeah.
We also,
As opposed to, and if that's a problem and you gotta go back that frequently, you may want to look at buying a bulk of them from somewhere and not have to just buy them.
we've done just that.
By buying bulk?
No, just in the past, because I felt like it would be maybe an issue, it would arise if I came in. So I asked them to order me at least 4 surge protectors and at least 4 of those short cords that hook to my scales. Just go ahead and order me and from, I think,
Cause I think if you buy from like CWI, CDW, whatever, CDW, the computer. warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah, you would get them at a better price and you'll have some readily available as opposed to having to, get them on emergency basis. That would be better.
These let you get enough input.
Yeah. And we look at the bigger picture, we still made $50,000 based on $85 parts. So, the approach to this is, and I agree with Dr. Whitehead about an open PO, but we know in the past, Ms. Garrett, you had many challenges, and on a number of occasions, I think in the last administration, when you went above and beyond the call of duty, you didn't get reimbursed. I do recall that. So at this particular point, so I want to know what would be the loss had you not put forth the effort to do what you did, and losing $50,000 every 4 hours is detrimental to this particular city. So job well done, and that comes directly from the mayor. Thank you.
You ain't getting that $85.
I'm sorry.
Mayor, make a motion for item number 16.
Second.
It's been motion and properly second. Are you ready to vote? Madam, what is your vote?
Brown, nay.
Hannah,
Whatever.
Yeah.
Ayes of the majority, motion carried. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you, I'm sorry. Okay. Number 17.
Number 17. Approval proposal for Franklin Engineers and Consultants to provide standby engineering consulting services to primarily June Franklin, PE, and his support personnel for 25-26.
Are there any discussions regarding Roman number 17?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead with the discussion on
Mr. Garrett, so Neil Schaefer are solely stepping back, or they just?
this is the third party that they also use.
Okay.
And so when they step back, Mr. Franklin said, in order to keep you going, for air quality and for me, that's when we ask for this, they go through him to get back to their engineering fund. So rather than dealing
With them,
just dealing directly with him.
Okay.
So we don't have to go through the same thing every year. I think, the clerk has been able to go in and to upload some things after he puts everything into the system. So they have a system that we put it into, and then the clerk has the approval to go in and finalize everything after I review it too.
Okay. What's the rate? Is it, what's the rate?
It's only if we use it, he bills us like the hour.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only
Hourly rate.
Hourly rate, but it's not very expensive.
Gotcha.
And it's only, I think we do it once we file these things, once a year, our air quality permits.
So we've been good with our shade,
Yeah.
water, and everything.
We're on point with everything. All the analyticals, all the gas monitoring, all that's, we're on point.
Oh, now, the mayor wrote you for 2 months about that shade water.
Yes.
Are there any more discussions? Therefore, not, the bill will entertain a motion regarding Roman number 17.
So move.
There's a motion on the table on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion properly second, are you ready to vote? And if so, please vote.
Brown eye.
Wells, aye.
And I.
White
Vote is unanimous, therefore, motion carries. Roman number 13.
18.
Approve proposal.
I'm sorry.
Freshman engineering consultants to provide, 2025 air compliance assistance for the Canton landfill.
Thanks, son.
Yeah, that's a duo. No, they're different. So one is air quality and one is air compliance. That's the difference. Because when he does the consulting part of it, he has to fill out the document.
Well, it's 28, I'm sorry.
And then the air compliance is a different form.
Okay.
Any discussions regarding Roman number 18?
Yes, sir.
The attorney has a question too.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say here, I just would suggest a standard termination clause suggestion at 30 days. That's my thing I would suggest.
Yeah, we need
Legally, but that's it.
Okay. I'll let you give you.
And I wanted to know if we could put a cap on the amount.
I think he said it's gonna be as needed, man.
But as needed, you want to, be as needed, you know what I'm saying? I can be as needed and you may not need me and I still want some money, so I'm as needed, my way is still needed.
In the past, how much we used them for?
I have to go back and research that dollar amount, but, it's, I'm pretty sure I can get it, because already we looked back at the last bill, you know, it was, since it was third party, it might have been more since it went through.
Cause they put their tax on
Yeah,
it.
but I'll touch base with them on it and get it now, I would ask that, man board, that you all would table, such a call until I get those numbers.
And can I finish here? Because say, from what I'm looking at on what was presented yesterday, if they use the principal person, the project manager, the project engineer, and design, and all that, that's $520 an hour. We have to put a cap, we should put a cap.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's set a priorities.
But he said we'll table it to you.
Okay.
I'll let why here?
I was gonna say the same thing, that we need to place a cap and then make sure that we place inside of our agenda not to exceed that particular amount. So once it becomes that amount, maybe we'll have to come back again to reassess, readdress, as well as approve.
So is the board's pleasure?
We good with the first one, Mr. Garrett? Yeah, it's all right. You right. There's more on the green. Yeah.
Mayor, I would motion that we table number 18.
So,
I second.
let me say, you did.
It's been properly motioned and seconded, all in favor?
Brown eye.
Allen,
Wells, aye.
Why did I?
And
The vote is unanimous, therefore, the motion carries. 19,
19, authorization for the city to accept the project closeout documents, sir. No, we said we're gonna come back to this. This is gonna come back to.
no action
Because we
taken.
gonna wait
We're gonna come back
for
to
all
that.
that.
Okay, Roman number 20,
Authorizing approval Wagner Engineering to draft a task order for repairs to Sissy Avenue and Catherine Drive.
are there any discussions regarding Roman number 20?
Yes, sir.
Brown, you on roll today?
Hey, I'm taking over where you left off. Switch seats, I'm still here.
I don't know, that's a compliment or a complaint.
Take it as a compliment.
Okay.
You got the highest seat now.
I got you.
I just wanted to know, I haven't seen this, I just want to know what task we was performing, because it's in my ward. City Avenue is near my ward, I was just trying to identify this project, because I wasn't aware of this all.
you want to talk about it?
Whoever, I don't know who involved.
It's Wagner.
It's Wagner. It's all right. Stay up.
He's here.
But Mr. Gary, he probably.
But it's,
Canton Drive, there's a high speed of water that comes right behind the houses there. Just you cross, the bridge right there is circle. Yes, okay, yes, behind those houses in that area, that right there is causing erosion. And so, the mayor and I looked at it a while back, and, we went over and he said, we'll probably get engineers involved, because people, yards are starting to get eroded.
well, yeah, they flood out every time and they're falling off in the ditch.
In the park, yes, or live on the ditch. And, the same thing across the 16th Avenue, in that area, there's a,
What that beach?
yes, that all shit
Because that's what we doing, I was talking about.
Yes,
That's what I
that's
was
it.
hoping you mentioned, because I was trying to get to the part of the ditching program, but this is gonna be a part of it.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
And with that same thing, I know this is not on the agenda, but, as we look around the city at similar problems, there's gonna be a similar problem over on Chin Drive. Behind those houses, there's a ditch that runs. I know we cut it on a number of occasions. I know what Mr. Davis said, if you continuously spray it, it will erode. Now, I don't see it with my natural eye, but I don't know the damage it's actually doing over there with that particular ditch. So it's a similar situation as to what's going on over there at Canton Circle, the same thing over in Ward 5 on Chin Drive. So maybe we need to look at that. I know the grass grows pretty fast over there. I know the constituents in that area, they do complain, but in the past, I've had volunteers to go in and help me cut it. But it doesn't take away from the natural erosion process. So it may be something that the board or all the ladies in Ward 5 should consider putting a task order on and having it looked at. Just a thought.
Mayor, may I?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, for my area, Ward 4 King Ranch has the same problem.
Okay.
So I'd like to do the same thing. You said put a task order or something in for them. to take
Yeah,
out.
requested a task order going forward. But even though in your Ward 5, Ward 4, I know what they're getting ready, the county's getting ready to widen King Ranch Road out. So that particular ditch, bridge is all in their plans, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and look at it. But I do know that they're about to put a considerable amount of money into this project, and that particular ditch, or whatever, IFA reflective on it.
I'd like to see that if you have some time to show us.
Yeah, I have to take it over to the board of supervisors.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
okay, thank
we can do that, and that just came up through a discussion on the watershed committee.
Okay.
And, yeah, so, and I know this is what they've been planning, and there was a plan that was in place before they even put the light up out there on King Ranch Road, so.
My constituents would love to hear that.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't share it too quick because it's not gonna be a speedy.
No, and I
Yeah.
know they're gonna be,
It took
there's
up
gonna
the
be
elders
some.
that light.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
There's going to be some interruption.
Thank
You know, but you know, that's a part of the process, just so that we are looking at doing something. I don't ever give anybody numbers, and I don't say it's gonna be done by this. You know, I just use discretion, but to know that we're working, is what I'm saying. So,
Yeah, there were two things in when I became an alderman, 3 months before I became an alderman, frequenting the board of supervisors meeting. And the one thing I put on the table was a restroom in the park. That just took place. The traffic light on King Ranch Road, that was already in place, but it took them 10 years to do it. So I'm just saying,
I understand.
yeah, people who are not patient, you're gonna get the same label that I got. And when people get somewhat furious and desperate in an election, they're quick to point out people who haven't done anything. And I think that was a label on my head, but I knew it was not the truth.
Yeah.
So I hope you don't fall under that umbrella, but I know how people are when they get greedy and ferocious.
It's guilty.
I'm sorry?
No, we can talk about the same part.
One
Yeah.
more thing, Mayor.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
He can't make it. I found those numbers that we was talking about those projects.
Right.
Which tied to what we're speaking about on Sidney and Catherine behind the houses. originally when we was trying to get it a part of the other project.
I imagine it could be pretty similar. The only thing you worry about there though is since we weren't able to get easement previously.
That's why I wanted to let you speak to that, because that was our hang up in the past while we had all that federal funding to get this fixed. That stalled, it would have stalled the whole project, but I cut my portion out to not hold up the project. And I think we're gonna run into the same problem again, because this family is like an air property, and it's like 15 people you gonna have to contact, and you never gonna get one to say anything in favor of. And I hate that, because it's gonna benefit them, and that's why we missed it the last time, and I know that's gonna be a hard struggle this time if we get all those right of ways.
But knowing that going into it this time, we could look at possible alternative routes, whether that's the neighbor's property or we could skip more over that.
Great, that's why I want to know if something can be done different this go around, so we don't miss the chance to fix this. Because those people have literally in the ditch. And it's been like that for almost 15 years.
Did they update you about the house that I sent them 2 weeks ago off Sicily, where the creek is running behind the house?
That's what we're speaking about.
Same house?
Yeah, that's what we're
It's the
speaking
same
about.
house.
Because we already had, like I said, a draw up with everything. It got some, I think it got some of the stuff that y'all speaking about too, we had already done.
We've got a final design plan very good.
Yeah, for a lot of these things, we already had the designs and numbers with them. I got it, I just have to get it. Did you find it?
I've got it.
Okay. If you can send it back to all of us, and we can look at the numbers and look at what's on there, it may be already.
Like I said, those are, the design is already done. If we can get these as we get a construction and some of that stuff.
Okay. So yeah, we may, like I said, look into doing something different than I don't know, we wanna go with the same company. We did it last time, we don't, cause I know Ms. Gilkey was speaking about the payment issue. And if that's something, we may need to look for a different, or we wanna bring them in to address that issue. Yeah, have we spoke with them to come in?
No.
Well, we may need to get them in to see about that payment issue. And if you all have any suggestions as far as other than the people we dealt with?
You speaking about Ira?
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with any other firms that do that.
Okay. Cause I know
There's obviously some that do that.
it was hard to find them too, but if you can look for some recommendations, we appreciate it. And that's all. I think, I don't want that to be a hindrance. Like I know it's gonna be a big problem, but if not, we still can do that big open ditch on Sisley, because I know that house gonna be an issue, but that ditch is ours. So we can get on that right ASAP. We don't need to wait on it. They already on my head about this. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Anything else? Anyone else?
I'm through talking for the night. Until executive session.
All right. Is it possible to amend this to include that ditch that you said that went to her?
No.
Yeah, it was just a suggestion. I didn't know if all the ladies from Ward 5 realized that there's a similar situation going on. So it's only for suggestion. If that's something that she wants to do, she has the right to do it.
Mayor,
You may.
I mentioned that on last night about that bridge right there on 22. Do y'all remember I talked about the one right there on East Street? I mentioned that last night.
I'm probably the one on Chin Drive.
Yes, I did.
Said about the snakes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yes, I mentioned it on last night.
Yeah, so I don't know if you're familiar with what's going on Captain Circle, but it may be a similar situation. Although this particular ditch has been manicured more than the ditch over on Franklin Street, because we pretty much cut it in 5 years. We maybe cut it at least 10 times. So I don't know how many times they cut that on Franklin, but this is the way we were able to keep it manicured to some degree. Mr. Davis has suggested not to spray it because the chemicals will help the erosion process faster. So it's a slower process than what's going on Franklin Street.
but nonetheless, it could be a existing process as we go forward. So, since I've been over there for the last 6 years, what I know, I don't mind sharing with you, so, okay. I'm sorry. I'll lay you.
Yes, sir. It's not my ward, but it's the city. That erosion problem is also on, well, Miss Allen is just out there on King
I'm sorry, I
Road.
can't hear you.
On King Ranch Road.
Okay.
So since we gonna add streets, let's add that too, over there in Mirabel Estates. Because that's where she road you at too, and it was mentioned on last night, so, when you said they sprayed it,
Yes, ma'am.
and it started erosion, so we need to see what we can do about all of it, if we're gonna do it.
Yeah, because you just can't, there's a difference between Roundup and MSMA. MSA will, let the Bermuda grass constantly grow, it'll stun it, but Roundup kills the roots, and then once the roots, man, we would definitely be positive about colors and everything, yeah. So you gotta be careful when you start spraying.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted them to, so that since they were gonna do a task for them to look at,
Yeah, because
let them look at our.
Yeah, because when you spray in ditches, you got to have what's called as a aquatic type of spray. You spray different spray when you're doing that right there. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have no further discussion.
Any other discussion? Mayor, I'm sorry.
Mayor,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just asking, Alderman Wills, yesterday, didn't you, suggest that we go forward with that, ditching project voting? To go ahead, because this all gonna tie into what we talking about now, so I don't see it on here, but we may need to vote to put it on here, because if we want all this done, we gotta get that money
Right.
to pay for all it.
Right, those terms, I did say just take care of it. We could go ahead and put it on there, because we just. Yeah, it should be on the guy.
Yeah, because we can go ahead and talk, so they didn't have money for the task or,
Right.
go ahead and start the project.
So start bidding, yeah,
So we can go ahead and
we can do it,
yeah, get it done. Will we need to take a vote?
we gotta add to this.
You technically do, because it's not on the agenda, it should be part of the work that we talked about. We always work a lot of stuff down.
Well, we're all here, so we can.
Yeah.
Would that be,
I think the clerk, Dr. Anderson has.
would be the second? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll make a motion, Mayor, to add that to the agenda.
Okay.
So, I'm confused, so are we doing away with the one that's on here? Or are we adding Marabella and this Chin Drive ditch to number 22?
You can just add them, is that all, or do we want the whole ditching project put on there?
What I was saying, no, see, we got the ditches right here. A lot of these things we're speaking of may be already in this project that we already had going.
Right.
So that's what I was saying, if he sent everybody that list of the streets,
Right.
we can identify, check off it, and see if it's on there, it's already designed, it's already got the number attached to it. We don't have to pay them to do the same thing again. We already got it.
Yeah.
We don't need to do the thing again.
Right.
So we'll wait till I get the information.
No action.
We can take action on 22 because.
Well, I know that Canton Drive ditch fitting on the ditching project is big.
Yeah, I know we can go forward with it, but I'm saying the ones that they wanna add, let's look at the list first, and then it may already be there.
So without other work.
Yeah, and we don't hire them to do something they already done again.
So will this coincide with Bachelor's Creek also? The Crisco ditch?
Yeah,
Okay.
they don't start, it's starting at season. That's what
Okay.
he's speaking about, Bachelor's Creek.
Okay.
That's like, that's when Bachelor Creek meets where their house is.
Right.
Bachelor Creek is super wide, then it started pinpointing down between those houses. And all of that water trying to get out between those houses, that's why you got erosion. Because you got a ditch like as big as a truck you can drive in, then you get down beside those houses, it's a water hose.
I got you.
Enforcing that water, that's why they always flood. Because there's too much water coming on them off that ditch. And if you can get that ditch clean there and further back, it's gonna speed the water up, but it won't flood them. Because when that water start piling up, bagging up, and then it rush down on them, that's what's causing flood. If it can flow frequently, it may not flood on them as much. And that's what they've been complaining about, is that whole little street, season, all of them, thank God we've been doing some of the preventive maintenance in the past where we don't get the flood like we used to, because we started doing we kept spending that money 3 times for that thing they kept telling us to do. But we finally did it, and it helped with the flood. That's why we don't get flooded over here by the King Gardens anymore like we used to. You know, we used to have to go on with boats. T. Pearly messed up plenty good cactus going in there, getting them people out of there. So you can keep your cactus dry now. You gotta put them in the cleaners. But yeah, that's the project that they be tied into what we got going on. We've been on this for 13 months. I want to don't turn the dirt on him. We've been holding on to this too long.
All right. You got a motion, right?
He did.
Yeah, but I'll withdraw it since we're just gonna go ahead with 22
We still need to.
We gotta add them.
Okay, what 2 streets y'all wanna add?
No, we want to add ditching period. Just do we got to clean out some more ditches.
Just do the ditching thing you did.
Okay.
So
22, we gonna vote on 22.
okay.
We gonna leave 22 like it is.
Right.
And then with Les Penn's motion is to go ahead and advertise for the ditching program that we already started. Cause we got the money. It's already passed out, designed out, set aside. That'll be after number 22.
20 or
Number 20.
20 now.
We somewhere. We
No,
want
20.
We're on 20.
2 X's.
So you're adding.
So 20.A would be,
Your motion.
Right.
well, yeah, we're gonna, Mayor, we're gonna start off with, I would like to make a motion to approve item 20.
So second.
It's been motion properly second. Are you ready to vote?
Yes.
And,
Brown eye.
Wells,
Kildare. Allen,
Down now.
Whitehead.
Votes unanimous, motion carried. 28.
all right, Mayor, I wanna make a motion that we add the ditching project to the agenda.
Bidding for it, attorney?
Yep.
Bidding for the ditching project
Okay.
To the agenda.
to the agenda.
So we need a vote to add it to the agenda.
There's a motion on the floor for Roman number 20A.
Second.
It's been motion properly second. Are you ready to vote?
Pen,
Down now.
Brown eye.
Allen, Whitehead.
Motion is, vote unanimous, motion carried.
Now we gotta vote for the action.
Yeah, now we have to vote on
The
that.
action, yeah.
So, I make the motion that we approve the ditching project, the bidding for the ditching project.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been motion and properly second. Are you ready to vote?
Brown eye.
And,
Down now.
Allen,
Wells,
Whitehead.
Vote is unanimous, motion carried. Is that Roman number 21?
Number 21 reads, approve Canton Paving LLC to lower speed bumps on Road
So
King.
moved.
Signature Street.
Second one, I'm ready.
So next you're gonna skip the discussion, so we'll go right.
It's just laying out.
no, Gildy has unread.
Can we just pay that, please?
I have when I'm reading
I
this.
still-
And I'm reading this, when I pulled this, my question was, where did we get it for 100 from? Because the invoice that I have has 3 different prices.
3 different things.
Yeah, one says, removal of the speed bump for $5,000, milling down for $4,500, milling down 2 inches, cleaning and removing of debris. Debris speed bumps on Martin King 6 on Singleton Street for $6,000.
I can say, at the last meeting when we had that, we noticed that we had several quotes on one invoice. So I let them know what the board wanted and to give you a quote for that, which is the board them.
But does it include the cleanup?
Yes.
I'm gonna stick, because if we just said lower, we may go and leave this there, I shouldn't say his, their byproducts there. I just like to be as specific as possible.
Yes, it's the one for the lowering, the debris removal and all that stuff, but it's just one invoice instead of all of that. For auditing purpose, I just want one invoice.
Cause on here you got 6,000, so you drop it down 400, $600. Yeah. I want to make sure you gonna do what you said, right? That you wrote on this, not type.
Got it. So we just
You don't stress out. Mayor,
Yes,
I have written an readiness about the insurance. Mr. Wells has, Alderman Wells has milling 2 inches off of speed bumps. And the receipt that we got here said 2 inches for 6,000 and cleaning is needed. So, okay. So there's some language that's missing.
What did that, which one?
I don't know, I'm just letting everybody know it's missing. So it's
Okay, I'll ask you. You can take it, we'll come back to another, until we take it. Just make sure we add the language, because, I mean,
Can we call, ask him that, call him.
Call him, go. I sent you a complaint.
So are we asking who's gonna leave the degree on the side?
No, we gonna make sure that he says that it includes this, because that just says one thing. You know, it could be implied that you're gonna do it, but I don't wanna assume anything.
If I need that thing anymore, I still call you, I'll make to my
Don't call the police.
I'll make to my second job, I can call you.
They all call.
I know I'm right
And
to
I'll call the twins, we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So what's the pleasure of the board on Roman number 21?
Mayor, I mean,
You may.
I'm gonna ask that we take this in contact the owner of Canton Page LLC by phone, and then come back to it and vote on it after we come out of it.
All right, is there a motion to table, Roman number 21? Oh, that's your motion? No, sorry. I apologize, I've been hearing, I have seconds so much, so go ahead.
David,
Brown.
Who said?
I
Somebody
did.
second.
Brown did. Brown said.
Oh, you did?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's been motion and properly second. What's your vote?
Brown eye.
David, I.
Gary, I.
You know,
Wells,
Alan,
Vote is unanimous, motion carried. Now we're down to the consent agenda, and with each consent agenda item, the suffix to the statement is sinking funds, transferring money to sinking funds. Just for the sake of empowerment and acknowledgement, I'm going to ask your attorney to explain what a sinking fund is in a municipality.
Clerk might be better at describing.
Okay.
She does that more frequently than me. Clerk, you wanna take it?
The sinking fund for this municipality is a fund where we store or save funds to cover our bonds. So each month we receive an itemization of our taxes from Madison County. And on it, it has how much we can store or save in our sinking fund account for our funds. And that's where those funds go. So when we receive funds, when we receive that every month, we transfer those funds based on what the county suggests into our sinking funds account. And as our bonds come in, it's time to pay them. We just pay them from those sinking funds. So it helps us to kind of not hit our general fund so hard if we have already saved those funds in the sinking fund account. So that when our funds come up, we're ready to pay them. And that's what you will see here. We have funds that are transferred into our sinking fund, and we also have a bond payment pending. So we need to, those funds will come out and go into our general funds. We can write the check out there to cover that load.
And just for the sake of conversation, I know I did have a meeting today with the clerk, and the one comment that was made, we saw a bond coming due, it was about to come due, and I think the statement was, thank God for the sinking fund, because we can cover a lot of this stuff, so it's especially know that the city's on the right track and doing the right thing, so everything is good. So with that being said, What is the pleasure of the board concerning the consent agenda?
Please give the guy the ribbon. I can feel it. I've been here with you so long, I can just feel it.
I'm sorry, Alderman Wells?
Yes, sir. I want to ask the clerk, with the transfer of these two, amounts from the sinking bond, will that cover that bond that we have in, that large bond is it second or?
There it is right there. There it is right there, number 23.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
we have the funds to cover.
Right, that's what I just want to make sure, because that's the one that comes right at the end of the fiscal year.
Yeah, this is done especially for you, Alderman Wells.
Okay, just want to make sure, because that should be the last one for the year.
You have, if you look here,
Right.
in your bond, I have also put in there, I included the bond invoice,
Okay.
as well as the schedule, the calendar,
Right.
so that we can know, for this particular one, what's due and how much is due.
Okay.
So if you look at, I think I highlighted how much it came out, you also copy.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that's the one that gives us.
Look at this cake she gave me today, I don't know if she put it together.
Yeah,
The one she gave, she gave it out front.
Yeah, that's separate. So that's,
I'll
I'll leave it together.
You ask people to do stuff for you.
I can't find none.
Yeah,
that was it. This is going to the
People separate.
Yeah, okay, it's just everything separate.
Okay.
I didn't make the copies, I tried to get somebody to do it for us. That's what happened.
All right, I'm fine there.
All right,
May I have
email.
and I see this amount is for this 2020 series fund.
Look on the back page, the last
Yeah.
page, the last
Go
page.
refund.
That's,
Will the amortization on this are we, close to we are to paying this out? You know,
don't look at the schedule, all the way down, tell you all the way down, we do.
That's $459.
this is
That's 135.
That basically is like.
I see.
Okay, unless you get a windfall to take care of it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You spread, they let us spread it
Yeah,
out.
right.
Okay,
And if you look at it, this is the first major, because we had to pay principal this time, we've been paying interest. If you look at when it started in 2020.
That's why I was, because I know we paid, we never paid none this year.
Yes, so this is the time that you pay the principal this time.
Gotcha.
And I do want us to make note that this will be the largest payment
Yes.
that will be made.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because after that, it goes down, all the way down to 200.
200,
So that's a,
quarter.
yeah.
Okay, that's what I was just trying to understand. Yeah, that one was tearing us up. And we wasn't paying it.
All right, so what's the pleasure of the board, regarding Roman number 20?
No, it's a consent agenda.
Consent agenda.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, consent agenda.
May I motion that we approve the consent agenda?
Second.
There's been a motion and properly second. Are you ready to vote?
Ready?
Brown eye.
Wells, aye.
Yeah.
Guilty, yeah.
Why did I?
The vote is unanimous, therefore the vote, motion carries. The mayor will now entertain a vote to go into executive session. Thank you all for coming so very much.
Mayor, if I may ask you.
Go
You
ahead.
got a motion?
I'm sorry.
Get the motion in second.
Hang on a second. Brown down, man.
The people that we had that come like this to pray, and
You talk.
can we get them first in the executive session? They first? Okay,
Yeah. I'm sorry. I can hear you.
I mean, you got a motion. You got a motion.
Okay.
Brown eye.
Down there.
Wells, aye.